Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel today. I'm Kevin and today we're back to our first World War topic. So before we go into our topic today, I want to tell you guys some things that, so I must say that today I go to school a little bit harder than normal, and also I have some extra class, and surprisingly I'm feeling unwell somehow. Just somehow I'm feeling unwell more than usual, so maybe I will not going to, let's say, talk better, or maybe I cannot connect the information that I have with you guys in an easy way to understand. So if there's any problem happens in the video, I hope you guys could forgive me just this time. So our topic today is about the Eastern Front. This topic was seems as a normal topic, but because there are so many parts of it, so I think that I will spread it into two parts. The first part we are going to talk about today, about is the part we are going to talk today, and the second part is the part we are going to talk on Monday. On Monday, next week Monday. Okay, so let's come straight into our topic. So the Eastern Front was the longest battle zone of the whole First World War, stretching from the Baltic coast right down to the Black Sea. Fighting here were three empires. Together is Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Russia. The battles took place on a very epic scale, with grand sweeping offensive, a very hard defensive from each side, and also covering hundreds of miles with troops and soldiers. This put a great strain on the countries involved, which means that there are a lot of countries was involved in the time the fight between three empires happened, and none of them was able to achieve a clear victory, because at this place where three empires met each other, this is just like a gray zone where everything changed just in the moment, and that you cannot know exactly where or when that you get a big advantage that could help you to decide who is the winner. So the Turkish Empire was, let's say, one of three empires that joining the world, which is Austria-Hungary. Is a part of Austria-Hungary, and of course it was described as a sick man, but it was in no fit with Austria-Hungary was in no fit state to fight a war either. So it means that, I think that I may misunderstood about this. So Turkish is a different empires from Austria-Hungary, and of course on our last topic we talked that about is let's say a sick man, a sick countries, very quick, outnumbered, out harmonious, not having many plans, and of course not having so many threats. But besides, Austria-Hungary was in no fit state to fight a war either. In West, sprawling empire was made up of people of many ethnic groups, including Hungarians, Czech, so Germans and Czechs, Slavs and Serbs, many of them calling for their own nation independence. And this meant that the empire was becoming separate, or you could say becoming more and more difficult to hold together when there are so many parts that is colonies and its citizens want to take their own part and become independent from the empire. And of course, parts of his army could not be trusted to stay loyal in the heat of battles. So that means there are a lot of betrayal, okay? The betrayal in the world, even when it's having a good number, better than Turkish, but the disadvantage of the Austria-Hungary Empire is that it's not having the loyals of every soldiers. Some part of the army could turn against their own allies so that they could save their life because they're not having enough loyals to the government and for the king. And as soon as Germany declared war, the Tsar troops began preparing to invade Austria-Hungary's northeastern province of Galicia. The Russians knew that Austro-Hungarians would be quick without the help of their allies, and since they already separate and make themselves become quicker and smaller, so they planned a lightning attack on the Austro-Hungarian frontier, while the Germans were still tied up in France and not having the opportunities to cover for the Allies. The Austro-Hungarians were not only concerned with Russia. Their first priority was to punish Serbia for the murder of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. The military chief, Franz Conrad, believed the Russians would take 13 days to mobilize their troops. This would give them time to defeat Serbia, and then they could turn back for the fight. Or at least, this is what he thought. Conrad placed some troops in Galicia, but sent the majority of his army into Serbia. They were told to expect resistance from both soldiers and civilians, and to show no mercy. In the opening days of the war, up to 4,000 Serbian civilians were killed, but the army fought back fiercely. By the end of December 1914, the Serbs had driven the Austro-Hungarian out of their country and of course protect their own territories. While most of the Austro-Hungarian armies was fighting in Serbia, the Russians invaded Galicia, and of course this thing is, out of the, I think that this is out, it's out of the thought of Ferdinand Conrad. So, they're not having enough advantage to make a counterattack. So they won a crucial victory at Lambert, is nowadays Lvov, and in 1914 again, forcing the Austrians to retreat to the Carpathian Mountains. There, in September, the Russians besieged the Brzezinsk, the fortress town where Conrad has his headquarters. In the spring of 1915, the 20,000 Austrian troops under siege were surrendered, and of course, get lost of their own army. And of course, I say with you guys that they're not having enough loyalty to their own empires. So the percent that the armies or the soldiers surrender or giving up is surprisingly high. And in the spring of 1915 again, the Austrians already lose a lot of soldiers, but still they keep fighting back. But they badly needed help from the Germany. But at that time, Germany is still, struggle to fight with France, and don't even have a minute to care about their allies. The Germans could not allow Galicia to fall into Russian hands, as this might leave industrial areas in the east of Germany vulnerable to attack. So, again, in the spring of 1915, they decided to, even when the Franks trying to attack them with a very horrible fight, but they still made, they still made their promise come true. They still do and implement their alliance. They still sending troops entered the region, taken by surprise and low on ammunition. The Russian force soon collapsed in what became known as the Great Retreat. The Russians lost hundreds of thousands of men, and the Germans seized control of most present-day Poland, Lithuania, Belarus, and later the Ukraine. After this tragic defeat, the Tsar Nicholas sacked his uncle Grand Duke Nicholas, who has been in command of the Russian force. He decided to do the job himself, This meant that the Tsar would be directly to blame for any military failures or unpopular strategies. It was an ill-judged decision that would later play a part of his own downfall. So you guys could see that yeah, it's a little bit bad of me today. Yeah, I'm talking very bad thoughts. I'm not getting the information together, not talking clearly, and I think that my words make most of you guys feel very angry. Some of you guys feel confused and some feel shame that maybe that I was take away the opportunities for us to describe and to talk with each others about a new topic. But yeah, because today I'm feeling a little bit unwell, but still the channel is mine and I still want to share what I know with you guys throughout books, throughout internet, and also throughout my own experience. So even when I'm doing it a little bit bad, I thought, or at least I think that you guys will forgive me this time. And also I hope that if somebody knows about my problems, so please come on my channel, take a comment, and also try to tell me what to fix in the way that I'm talking, and also in my information, or you could say in the topic, in things that I say, so that I could make our videos better. So this is the end of our video today. Thank you for listening, and this is the goodbye from the sick and tired YouTuber. Okay, bye bye my viewers.